Vibe coding in AI Studio with Gemini 3 lets you build anything. Build entirely new experiences. Create apps that see. Make tools that listen. Build apps with a single prompt. Get inspired.
Tell me what you want to do.
Refine. And refine some more.
Right now.
Share with a friend. And remix. Then share with the world. Bring anything to life.
Tell me what you want to do.
Hey everyone, welcome. We are live in Mountain View, Gemini 3 launch day. We've got the whole crew, Korai, CTO of DeepMind, Amaar, AI Studio team, Tulsee leads our model team, Kat leads our model team. My name's Logan. It's a fun day. We'll talk about the model, we'll vibe code some stuff. Kat, do you want to kick off? We'll start vibe coding right away, and then Tulsee, Korai will talk about the model while the TPUs cook.
Yeah, Love it. Awesome. So for folks who are new, AI Studio is our home for builders to get started with the latest model. So you can chat with the model, get an API key, and also vibe code with our latest models, which is where we'll be spending time today. So in the build tab of AIS, you can go from idea to working application. And we also have this new gallery that we put together, a ton of cool examples from the 3 launch that we think showcase what's super special about this model. So beautiful landing pages, models very good at web design, which Amaar will be showing some examples of. And we're super proud of the work to get 3D simulations and 3D worlds and games. So we have a bunch of examples there as well, and some internet favorites, including. Do you want?
This, I don't know if you all have seen the bouncing ball one, but I built this.
Yeah,
this was my sort of AGI moment for Gemini 3. I feel like everyone, the ball literally used to not stay in, and I was like, how do we 10x make that more complicated? And I feel like I love that example.
Yeah, it's super cool. And another cool example from Amaar is this city simulation game where you can go and add roads to your cities, watch the interactions happen. You also have, TPUs are burning, but in the bottom right, you'll get tasks from Gemini. And then because the TPUs are burning, what's cool about these gallery apps in AI Studio is you can also remix them with your own ideas. So we can always use more data centers. So I'm going to shoot off a prompt to add data centers to my city. And hopefully we'll get more TPUs in a few minutes. But in the meantime, I'll hand it off to Amaar.
Yeah, so one of the things that Gemini 3 is amazing at is also just games, one-shot games. And I've been really impressed with what it can make. So I made this one here where it's going to use your webcam as input, and we're going to play this music rhythm game together. I'm going to look silly doing it, but I'm taking one for the team here. So if you hit start game, you'll see that I'm hitting these Gemini sparks, and it's tracking my hand movements so I can actually miss. And yeah, it was really fun to make this.
What was the prompt for this?
Yeah, it was one shot actually. So first I asked it to make a 3D game where I could slash at Gemini sparks to a music beat. Yeah.
I was thinking, like,
Push
is
it
it
to the
robust
limit.
enough?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Go ahead.
But yeah, no, amazing to see the kinds of games that you can now just make in a couple of shots.
Yeah.
And then I just, kept prompting and added combos, added feedback. And yeah, there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tulsee, Corey, I feel like, obviously the model has been cooking for a while now. Do you have a favorite example or just like any context you want to add for the moment or things that are top of mind?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think, so the games have been awesome, and I think you can see a lot of them on AI Studio.
Yeah.
I think another example that I have been really enjoying is some of the multimodal examples, so like video understanding examples. So being able to put in a video and then actually use that to literally create web apps based on that content, which has been really awesome. So like my husband is a huge pickleball player, and like the idea of just being able to take a video, actually like analyze the moves, and then actually use that to give yourself like critiques, a report, actually turn that into a learning plan. Like these are the kinds of things you can do when you can actually combine modalities, which I think is super cool.
Your husband uses Gemini too, right?
He also uses
This is the best. This is the best. As soon as I heard that, I was like, I like Tulsee's husband. He must be cool. Corey, anything top of mind from your perspective?
Like the thing that is top of mind for me is like the games are awesome because like in a way like they really show in like one shot what you can do, and like it's that creative thing that just comes out. I like the fact that like when you ask something like in AI mode, when you use this, you ask something and you get an explanation sometimes with a widget, right? Like with a small application, like a little game in a way, right?
Yeah.
Like you can explore concepts that way really well. I think it's going to be quite exciting because like to me it is always about like connecting people to there's the knowledge there and how fast you can actually get to that knowledge and how easy it is to actually learn from it. I think this makes it amazing, and games are like that as well. Like, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, they're going to YouTube playables, right?
Yeah, the YouTube play, it is super cool. I took the other thing that I think is worth mentioning is just how good the model is on the benchmarks. And I took our benchmark chart and I threw it into AI Studio and I asked it to sort of like build a new interactive visualization so we can throw it up on the screen. And then Corey, I'd love your reaction. I feel like this looks better than our benchmark chart. It's my 2 cents.
The chart is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous because we're soda, but the overall design could be improved. So I like this. I feel like we need like an interactive benchmark website. So this is my feature request for the DeepMind website.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. And you can like, if I just want to do like Gemini 2.5 Pro versus 3 Pro and sort of filter by categories, I feel like this would be helpful.
wow.
So
This is pretty awesome.
let's build
This is
it.
actually really good.
Vibe coded, one shot,
One
shot,
shot.
literally.
This is actually what Corey's been asking for.
I'm serious when I think
You can vibe code that.
because I think
already been asking
presentation is important. Like the
Yeah.
results, like the clearer you look at the results, you can actually make better decisions. And it's important for the whole team to be able to see and compare things better.
We can deploy right now using Cloud Run and make this available to everyone. So
You had the pitch ready.
I'm excited.
I think Kate is watching the live stream. So
Yes.
This is awesome. Corey, thank you for being here. Thanks for stopping by
Thank you very
and
much.
being
This is
our first guest of the live stream.
Yes.
So stay tuned. We have more guests joining us and popping in and out.
All right.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Yeah, Tulsee, you had some ideas of things you wanted to vibe code too. I don't know if
I'm trying.
are they working? Do you want to show anything?
Well, you can see this if you want. It's actually kind of funny. I don't know where it is.
Also, Tulsee and I are wearing matching Gemini
We are,
sweaters
we are.
In case you. So you-
Sweater gang.
sorry.
We coordinated. Okay, so what I was trying to do, we'll see if this works. I'm a dancer, so I was trying to create an app that allows you to actually put in formations and then animate between them
Nice.
from like formation 1 to formation 2, formation 3. So I asked, this is the first prompt. The model has created 5 people named Alice, Bob, Charlie, Diana, and Ethan, who are dancers.
You got a dance crew over there.
My dance crew over here.
That's awesome.
Okay, let's see if this works. So I can add another one, I think.
And what it's animating using like SVG art, or is it like it's like a web UI?
It's a web UI.
Nice.
So let's see if I actually do this and I play. Does that work? Oh yeah.
Wow.
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 That's super cool.
And then you can actually like set how many transition durations and things like that. So this is the kind of thing that's super useful. Like we had a dance team in college that's 16 people.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to like map out the world constantly. I think the next thing I want to try is to see if I can actually take a video of the dance and actually map that to formations. I don't know if that'll work.
We had an example yesterday of something similar to this, which was the like floor plan, and I feel like that's another interesting one. Like, can you take like bring it to life in some interesting way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Cool. Amaar, Kat, other stuff. Oh wait, did the data center
I'll show
come?
the data centers, yeah.
Did it return?
Yeah. But the other thing I wanted to kick off, and then I'll switch over to Amaar, is just showing one of the cool things that is unique in AI Studio is we make it super easy to build not only using 3.3 Pro, but also a bunch of our different API tools and capabilities. So we have things like Google Search grounding, Google Maps grounding. So this is a prompt I have that is creating a running app, and I'm gonna add this chip, which allows it to use Google Maps data. And basically the prompt is asking for a view where I can type in a location. It'll find different running locations based on the distance I want to run using Google Maps data. So I'll let this bake for a bit, and then Amaar, you want to show something?
Kat and Amaar actually both need this app because we were walking around yesterday, and Kat and Amaar are the most confident people, just walking down completely the wrong direction. No sense of direction. So this is a very
I'll be honest, I can't even get to the same place twice.
I couldn't find the set this morning.
We're right by the front door for context.
Amaar, you had something you want to build?
Yes, yeah. So I think the other thing that's amazing about Gemini 3 is its sense of aesthetics. I think it's really good at web design and really clean design as well. So I fired off 2 landing pages. You can see one here. And you know, it's just added all these like nice animations. Its sense of typography was also really nice as things load in as well, they stream in. And then this other one I did where Let's see, where is that one gone? I want to show you one more. Yeah, this one, which uses shaders in the design itself. So it came up with this like blob structure.
Oh, super cool.
Yeah, and it actually morphs when you go to different pages. So again, super creative stuff. Again, one shot. And you get some really slick landing pages out of this. So if you've ever wanted to update your website and you've been procrastinating, like me, now
This is what the world needs. More people posting online. Just updated my personal website. Check out the new design.
engagement farming all the way through.
That looks awesome. Have you updated your personal website, Amaar, or no? This is for vibes right now?
This is for vibes right now, but
Okay.
I think the next thing I'm going to do, get a screenshot and then have it do all the work.
I just kicked off a new landing page design too, and we'll allude
facing
to
off
it.
right now?
We'll allude to it later what it might be.
A landing page design for your own personal website or for AI Studio?
Oh, wow.
We'll find out. I don't want the cat out of the bag.
Okay.
It'll be a special surprise.
Sends feature requests.
Yeah.
Kat,
What's happening?
this looks awesome. Maybe we look at it.
Yeah. So this is the Footpath AI feature that I asked for. So I'm going to type in Brooklyn, where Amaar and I live. We'll just do 1K and find routes.
1K. Thanks for making that accessible.
Yeah, no, that's all for you.
This is the problem with us having vibe coded
Yeah.
all morning with Gemini 3 is we're running out of our model
Yeah.
quota in AI Studio.
I think it's time to switch environments.
I know, yeah. I might switch accounts quick. But what's also nice about AI Studio apps is you can see the code for anything you generated. And we also always create this Gemini services file where you can see the prompts that we're using and as well the models. So I'm going to update this. It looks like it's using Flash. Don't want that to be the case. So I'll update this to 3.0 Pro and hopefully...
Gemini 3 Pro Preview.
Yes, Pro Preview.
I love
Great
how we
name.
have
It is a
What are
great
you
name.
talking about?
It is a great
the
name.
string is memorized.
The model definitely doesn't change every time we ship a model. So certainly not.
Just like say it's clean.
It's very clean. It is
you.
clean. It is clean.
All right, yeah, that's fair. 3 is probably going to be in worse shape, but we've played with it before. It's super cool to see how map scouting interplays with the model and gives you all this cool data.
I love it. That's awesome. I feel like, Amaar, the bring anything to life, I feel like we have an applet that helps people bring anything to life. Do we want to show that one?
This was crazy and kind of meta because the prompt was really, give me an app that allows me to bring anything to life that I upload, whether it's like a document or whatever, make it interactive. And so in this one, you can upload anything. I've actually uploaded 3 things here. So first was our original blog post about vibe coding. So you can see that on the left. And then on the right, what it actually did was it made a mini vibe coding app inside of the experience. And you can see I can just like touch things to edit them, make it blue, make it rounder. And it's kind of
This
crazy.
is a cool blog post.
Yeah, so in itself, it just understood that and then gave it an image of a chess game. It actually made a working chess game.
That's crazy.
And I think that's the thing about this. It like surprises you with what it comes up with. It's just really creative. Like I gave it an image of Lyria and cassette player, and then it allowed me to do this. And I think it's gonna play some sound. Yeah, so there you go.
That's sick.
Nice.
So it just surprised me. Now I have a lo-fi beat cassette player. Exactly what I need to focus.
Right.
I feel like we need to turn bring anything to life into its own app because I feel like it sticks. It works
Right.
every time. So yeah. Tulsee, you have anything you want to show? How's the exploration?
It's still processing.
It's cooking. It's
It's
cooking.
cooking.
Okay. I've got
some
one
code being
cooking
built.
too, but I don't want to show it yet. Still, I'm doing a couple of
Really
iterations
refining
on
over there. What?
on my idea. Actually, I'll show one, which is I took the Gemini 3 logo from, I forget, there was like the cool little like point
The
dot
dots,
thing, yeah, which I really liked, and I put it into AI Studio, and the prompt was like, I think literally just bring anything to life. And so if we throw it up onto the big screen, I'll show what I have. Awesome. So what I like about this is when you refresh, you sort of get the like little dots, balls dropping into place, which I really liked. And then it says, greetings, I am Gemini 3. Interact with my digital form or ask me anything. Hello, Gemini 3. Greetings. I like it. Good vibes. I feel like the design is cool. And literally the thing that I liked about the reason this example sort of resonated with me is because my prompt was literally bring this picture to life. And it wasn't like I didn't describe that I wanted like an interactive website and all this other stuff, and it just did it, which is awesome. So, and Kat, I think you had another example that was something like this.
Yeah, so I took one of our quantum research papers and did a similarly simple prompt of, I want to understand this because quantum goes right over my head, and asked it to create a interactive visual interface for me to explore this research paper so we can see this alpha qubit design. Looks super clean, and again, super proud of the aesthetic outputs for 3 Pro. We can explore the results here, and it pulled all of this from a lengthy, thorough, technical PDF.
And it like screenshotted parts of the PDF and then put them into the app, or like how is it getting those? These look like screenshots.
No, those are I think just.
It
yeah, so it's
recreated them?
interactive.
Oh,
so
wow.
Recreated based
That's
on
crazy.
the results, all grounded in this 20-page PDF, which is super cool to see.
I will say I think this like goes back to something Korai said earlier. Like, I think one of the things that I'm really excited about with Gemini 3 is this like cross format, right? So to your point about bring anything to life, right? Being able to actually go from text to like richer visuals, being able to actually interact with a graph instead of just trying to process it in a consistent format. And we're actually putting that everywhere. So you can build these in AI Studio, but you can also actually experience this in AI mode as a part of the search experience. We're experimenting with a version of this in the labs part of the Gemini app. So we're actually really trying to lean into this idea of how do you actually cross form factors in a way that is like most effective for you, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like also Gemini app Canvas has a sort of similar
Gemini app
experience
Canvas also has,
as well. And Gen UI, or no, Gen UI is in AI mode.
Yeah, so there's a generative layout feature in AI mode. So when you use Gemini 3 in AI mode, you can, depending on your prompt, will get a richer layout experience that includes things like widgets that you can actually interact with. We're experimenting with a labs version of a generative layout product in Gemini app.
Cool.
And then there's also Canvas, where you can also vibe code and build really cool things. So it's going to be really awesome to see kind of what that plays out to be.
Super. I love it.
Yeah.
Amaar, you had another example, and this one, I like this one because I've been looking at floor plans a bunch recently, and it's the least exciting thing in the world, and maybe we can show this interactive floor plan experience that you vibe coded.
Yeah, so again, this was also a one-shot app where I basically said, I'm going to give you a floor plan, give me an interactive floor plan, allows me to place furniture.
Can you zoom in on this prompt? Because sometimes I don't trust you when you say that, because I know you're hacking stuff behind the scenes, but it really is
the one person who hasn't shown us our output yet. Whoa. Anyway, no, all jokes, we're all friends here.
We promise.
Glad we clarified.
Blocked me on X.
We're friends as long as you stop tweeting things with a 3.
That's the most on the edge of being blocked. But no, so I gave it this floor plan of Logan's new digs, and then I hit scan. Just kidding. And then it was actually generated with Nano Banana.
Really?
Yeah, but I hit scan, and so Gemini was able to scan the floor plan and then detect all the rooms in it. It even suggested which furniture each room should have, which is pretty sweet. And then I can hit add to canvas, and it actually throws the floor plan onto the canvas.
That's awesome.
And now I can actually resize the room. I can drop in different pieces of furniture, and it's got the little illustrations for them. So maybe rotate the couch upside down for anti-gravity. Yeah.
I feel like this is an interesting, like this plus the like remodel using AI, which I think we actually did in the Nano Banana live stream that we did that where it was you built the applet where I could like drag a piece of furniture into my picture. I feel like that plus the floor plan, it's like now I have an entire like home redesign business at my fingertips, which is crazy. That's wild.
And especially as you think about like what kinds of revisualization you can do with Nano Banana, even of just like the specific pieces of furniture. Right, so you can start getting into like design elements and styling and things like that with Gemini, which is pretty awesome.
That is crazy. And then next we turn the, actually, I've got a live remix idea for this app if you go to it. Can we turn this visual floor plan into a 3D home visualization using 3JS? And I'm curious like how close the like 3JS physical form of it is to the original image. and we'll walk through and we'll explore this future home.
All right.
Your house definitely has a complicated floor plan.
That floor plan is actually kind of chaos.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a maze.
Cancel open floor plan. This is the future.
I do, it just really came up with all the rooms.
I mean, it seems like a lot of rooms.
Yeah.
Kat, do you have something you're cooking on that you want to show, or still cooking?
Still cooking.
Still cooking?
Yeah.
Do you get your quota? You switch environments?
I switched. Yeah.
All right, I'll show in the meantime. This is not
Big
fully
reveal.
cooked.
Is this the one?
It's not very good. So it's a work in progress, but I'll show my work in progress because that is the experience of vibe coding. So it's not always perfect to begin with. There's lots of, if you go to AI Studio today, the overview page, this is the overview page in production right now. It's okay. Our design team did a reasonable job of building this. So I took the picture and I said, hey, let's spruce it up a little bit. Let's make it a little bit better here and there. And it's not perfect. I don't love it yet. So this is my work in progress. But we have one of our other special guests. We'll sort of, hopefully we'll let them be the final decision maker on which overview page we actually like. So work in progress.
I like this. You're buying yourself some time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Add 10 more new features. This is
more new features.
This is my new favorite prompt. Is when
By tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, no, but not by tomorrow. 30 seconds. That's the beauty of this. Amar, you have more cool stuff, or Tulsee, more cool stuff you want to show?
I mean, I've been mostly playing with my choreography app.
Tulsee's like, I'm locked in right now.
It's actually dance choreo.
Yeah, but it's actually been awesome because and now I've added a bunch of things to just be able to see it from see the formations from different angles.
Can we pull it up on the big screen?
Yeah.
I wanna see the.
I added the ability to add dancers. I did the formations.
Wow, you've really been cooking.
Yeah, I've got my own functional app going on over here, so I'm feeling very good.
I love it.
Originally, it was 2D. You can lay out all the circles, but now you can actually see it from if wherever the stage is, whatever
this
format you
perspective.
want to actually view it from.
That's awesome.
Which is cool.
Nice.
You can group people together. You can change the durations. Now I'm trying to get it to add music. We're working on it.
Yeah.
And you can the best thing is you can share it with your dance team, and you can keep collaborating with them.
That's exactly it. Remix on top of
We can
it.
remix on top of it and see if they have good ideas of how they would want to change. So I'm excited.
So by next week we'll be revolutionized.
I love it. Tulsee, I think your hard stop is coming up.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any final words about the model? Obviously, this is the first step of this Gemini 3 era, but any sort of
Ooh, wow.
any other
Any other big
any other major announcements you want to leak right here live?
announcements?
Anything you
Yes.
want to leak?
Yeah, now's a good time. No, I think actually the thing I would say is I think what we're really excited about is for people to just play with this model and build awesome things. And so I think the best thing we're looking for is actually people vibe coding and trying this model out. We'd love to see what aesthetics you build, what ideas you come up with, what this model can do that others couldn't. I think we're all finding our own versions of things where the model is better at just building these kinds of rich experiences based on really simple prompts, which is awesome. The model is amazing at visual aesthetics, as Amaar said earlier, and just rich visuals, 3D, the games. So I think, we would love to see folks try it out. I think even beyond the apps themselves, I would say the amazing thing we're really proud of with Gemini is just also its really strong foundational capabilities that power this. So I talked about multimodal earlier with video, but it's also really good at multilinguality. So you can actually do things in other languages outside of English really, really well, which I think is awesome. It's just reasoning capabilities with the quantum paper kind of example. And so that kind of opens up the space of opportunity, I think, a lot more than we've been able to do ever.
Yeah, I love that. Tulsee, if folks have feedback on the model, please ping Tulsee on Twitter. We need to get you.
Yes.
Did you post for the announcement today?
I have not yet.
You're always like, oh, I never know what to post online. And we launched Gemini 3. You're like, not worth the time.
I was busy launching Gemini.
That's fair. That's
Now
fair.
I'll go-
It's a good
now I'll
excuse.
go- Thank you. Now I'll go tweet about it. So you can all check my Twitter soon.
Check the Twitter soon. We're getting a live tweet. Tulsee, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for vibe coding. We got to keep building stuff. Amaar, you have another example that you want to show?
Yeah, well,
See you later.
we
Bye.
took your
Bye.
remix. See ya.
What are we remixing?
Well, you asked for a 3D floor plan. You want to see your house in 3D.
Yeah, yeah.
So same floor plan, imported back. Now you can see there's a 3D view tab up here.
Nice.
And if I go ahead and hit that, you can see, wow, yeah, interesting floor plan, I have to say.
Yeah.
This floor plan is truly, are there hallways?
Oh, it looks like we can even add a style.
Not for you. Always.
You have to move between.
You're effectively
room.
trapped in each room. Yeah. This is an escape room.
That's actually a good idea. We should vibe code in an escape room. I like that. I'm gonna start cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I
Oh,
asked
wow.
for a warm, cozy cabin, and it changed the style.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So look at that.
Yeah.
Now it's like.
Did it just make the color dark, or did it actually did it change the actual style?
Some credit. No, it just made it brown.
This is so cool, though. I mean, I remember Amaar and I both live in New York, so we have tiny apartments with complex layouts, and I
Complex
remember
layouts.
moving in and trying a million websites to do this.
Yeah.
And now you can just vibe code
And you don't know
to
which
do it.
furniture to get either.
Yeah,
How's it
it's
gonna
like you have
fit.
to play with the layouts, and now you can just build it, which is crazy.
So cool. Kat, what's happening on your end?
Yeah. I added the Nano Banana chip because I wanted to use image generation, and then as well as the search grounding chip. And the app that I asked for was basically create something where I can type in my location, upload a photo, and it'll generate a photo with Nano Banana of me dressed for the weather. So we're obviously live in Mountain View, but normally.
It's kind of cold. I'm kind of cold, to be honest with you.
Well, we'll see what it's like in New York as well. Here, let me reset this. But it's super cool to see. One of the things that's nice about AI Studio is you can try all these apps without having to get an API key. So you can use your free quota to experience these live.
And when you want to switch to an API key, easy. You can also switch to an API key, which is great.
Yeah.
And did it just bug out?
Yeah, I don't think it likes my screen share with this. Let me try.
Oh, nice.
Do some debug. And actually, it's funny because the upload wasn't working on first run, and I asked the agent to fix it, and it did a wonderful job. But
Hey, sometimes vibe coding.
that's why we vibe code live. Yeah.
Iterative process. We keep doing it. And I'm excited for my escape room game. I feel like this is, I said vibe code and escape room game in 3JS. It should be deep and fun
Yeah.
with a real experience. I
a
said a real fun experience twice, so I feel like that's
real
not.
You can't just live edit your prompt.
I can't live edit my prompt. Amaar, do you want to show the flight
yeah.
simulator game? This is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. This was fun because I remember an X post a while ago where someone had made this like flight simulation game. It had taken a few weeks, but it became this like, incredible thing.
This was like a whole cultural moment on X was the flight simulator.
Yeah.
And so this one is one shot. You can see I recently asked for a blimp because you wanted a sponsored by Google blimp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we see it?
Yeah, so it's right there in the corner flying. Let's see if I can follow it.
Follow it. I
Follow
wanna
it,
see
yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I'm getting my money's worth on the sponsorship.
Yeah, I'm trying to fly live. There it is. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. There he is. Okay, sponsored by Google. There we go.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
There we go. We're flying this biplane around the city.
What was the starter prompt for this? Did this take a couple of iterations to get here? Or
No, it
was
was pretty simple. So it was basically create a 3D.
Show us. I don't trust you on the prompts. I do
You know,
not.
this one, I don't know if I have the first prompt. Yeah, I don't have
That's a separate problem. That is a separate problem.
a bug, a feature request for
We're
tracking.
getting a lot of feature
Is it
requests
live?
on this live stream.
The-
It's rolling out.
Chat
rolling
history
out.
saving.
Rolling.
Okay.
But the original prompt was create a 3D flight simulation game in 3JS. I want to be able to take my plane on a runway and land it and fly around the city. And that was
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
And
then dead blimps.
do we want to tease multiplayer? I don't know if we want to show it right now, but you will actually be able to take these experiences that you build now soon in AI Studio, hopefully soon, depending on how soon is the topic of conversation, but be able to build them and turn them into multiplayer games, which is actually really exciting. I feel like that's Amaar pinged me. I don't know if he probably sent the same message to you, but he was like, hey, I need to show you something. It has to be live. I was like doing a bunch of stuff. I was like, can you please send me a video? I don't want to jump on live right now. He's like, has to be live. And I join, he sends me a link in AI Studio, and it's a multiplayer, and we're playing a multiplayer game live, which is really cool. But I think we have our next special guest joining, maybe. Josh Woodward, welcome to the live stream. Josh, thanks for being here.
Hey, Josh, how's it going? Doing the live stream.
Josh, Josh is all of our boss, so we have to say nice things. Josh, Gemini app, AI Studio, Google Labs products, Gemini 3 is available.
It's live.
It's everything live.
Live.
Anything top of mind, or I assume TPUs are burning?
We were just talking on the side that they're hot.
They're hot.
Yeah. In a good way, in the best of ways. Yeah, you're flying around this made-up world, which is great.
This is why we're burning TPUs.
I apologize. It's all to this plane.
No, it's all good. It's all. I saw the blimp. It just like it was a near miss. So.
Sponsored by Google.
Very good. I saw that.
Anything top of mind for Gemini? Obviously, we're vibe coding, but Gemini has a bunch of new stuff rolling out today, like agent mode and...
Yeah, there's agent mode, there's generative interfaces. The one that's taking off right now, every college student in the US, free Gemini Pro for a year.
Nice.
So that's $20 a month for 12 months. Yeah, on the house.
If you're not a college student, $20 a month, great value. We were doing a video yesterday, and it turned into an
infomercial.
An infomercial for the G1 subscription, which I love.
True. True. Yeah, I mean, so that's kind of taking off. The other thing people have really been liking, it seems like, we've integrated all of Google's shopping catalog. It's 50 billion items. Wow. That now, if you do a search like for holiday season coming up, we'll inline items. And it'll show not only the product imagery but reviews and other things. So it's all kind of starting to show different parts of Google coming together inside the Gemini app. Which is
Can I deep research through the shopping catalog?
Ooh, good question. Not yet, but coming.
Feature request. Feature request.
I never leave a live stream or podcast with Logan without a feature request.
I've got a lot of things I want. I'm sorry.
It's good. Okay, so this has been fun. You guys are vibe coding. I'm seeing all kinds of crazy things online.
It is crazy. I have a bookmark folder going of all the random stuff that people are. So please send us cool things that you're vibe coding. And Harrison, I don't know if we have the tweet of things that people want us to vibe coding. We did put it out. I don't know if we can start throwing up some of those examples, and we can see what the community wants. Josh, if you have anything that you want to try to build.
Okay, let me try.
You start cooking on something. I want to.
I can.
Show us. It worked.
The TPUs were in my favor now, so I can show you a quick output from the earlier generation. So we can see use search grounding, grab the weather in Brooklyn, dressed Amaar up, and I'm actually pretty sure he has this exact parka, so nailed it. He showed up in it when it was 50 degrees.
Yeah, it was really cold.
But yeah.
True New Yorker vibes.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, super cool to see how easy it is to integrate different AI capabilities in AI Studio, and I think search grounding and maps grounding, there's so many cool use cases. We also added the live API a couple months back, which is a very, very fun one to experiment with. I've been able to create golf swing feedback. We actually did a posture corrector for Amaar.
That's what we all need, right?
Oh, yes.
Where it watches you and you ask how your posture is, and it'll yell at you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll tweet that one later today. But yeah, there's tons of different capabilities you can build with, which are super fun to play with.
The live API one was a feature request from Tulsee. Tulsee, who pinged me and was like,
really?
She was like, I want to build stuff with the live API, and I don't have a ton of time to spin up a server and do a bunch of other stuff. And we were like, okay, we have to add this in AI Studio so that Tulsee and everyone else can just one-click vibe code apps using the live API. So
be able to use it for a choreography app. It'll give live feedback on the choreo.
The moral of the story is, keep sending feature requests, and then great things happen.
That's exactly it. To Logan on Twitter. DM him.
Lots of DMs.
If you want his phone number.
do not text me, please.
Okay, I fired mine off. We'll give it a little bit here. Cool. So I want to try to create a fishing game.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you want me to read the prompt?
Please.
Okay, this could be a terrible prompt. So we'll see what Gemini will recover for me.
Worst prompts the better. Worst prompts the better.
Create a fishing game. You're on a wooden boat. When you throw the fishing line, you should catch a fish, a whale, or a tire.
Whoa.
Love it.
When you hit spacebar, it should throw the fishing line. If you catch the whale, you have to hit spacebar rapidly to reel him in. The pond should be in a lake in Oklahoma at sunset. So we'll see how it goes.
There's no whales.
It's building the fish.
There's no whales in Oklahoma, though, right? This is not a search ground.
Oklahoma was a huge curveball.
We got to keep it guessing here. Let's see. Okay, it's thinking. It's going through all the steps.
Awesome.
We'll see what happens.
I want to see actually, Josh, one of my favorite things is if you want to zoom in on the left-hand side or like pinch it.
Yeah. This planning step.
Yeah, the planning step, what I love, and just to call out this feature, which I think is helpful, is if you hover over one of the little like check boxes, it'll actually tell you what the file does in like in a plain as English,
so good,
simple, which I love because I'm
Look
like
at this sky.tsx.
Yeah, sky
Background component for Oklahoma sunset.
There you go. See?
Sunset.
Now,
This is
now
it.
we get to vibe and see what the
No, this is super great. And I think the other thing I love about it too is as it's kind of loading up here, it will also kind of start to bring in the different chunks. So really, I think what's cool about, I mean, since the early days, right? AI Studio is like you're sculpting this thing with the model.
Yeah.
And I think with today's model, you really can do great iterations.
Josh, I don't think people, just because you're always hyping the Gemini app on Twitter, not AI Studio,
Right.
which
That changes.
It'll
That
change
changes
today. It'll change over time. But you and the labs team, I don't know if folks know this, actually were the folks who originally created AI Studio. It was formerly known as MakerSuite.
MakerSuite.
It still shows up, and it takes a long time to clean out a bunch of internal naming stuff inside of Google. So formerly known as MakerSuite shows up in a lot of places around Google
That's
still.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Well, it's funny, when we started, we were a bit early, I would say, because the models weren't this great. And the idea by calling it MakerSuite, we were imagining kind of a new generation of makers. They didn't have to necessarily be software engineers. And so it's great now. I mean, you all have taken it and run with it. Well, back when we had it had just crossed, I think, 2 million user developers.
That's crazy.
So it was in the early days. And we were getting really excited about LoRa tuning and other things back then. But obviously the models have moved way beyond that. That was early like Gemini 1 days.
I feel like Opal kind of keeps some of the spirit too of some of the, like as I was looking at Opal the other day, I was like, it kind of feels like, and I didn't use MakerSuite a ton before it fully transformed into what AI Studio is today, but I feel like it's some similar vibes between the two, which is cool.
Yeah. Opal is another labs experiment. We're interested in kind of, can we make it easy for anybody to chain together different model calls? And so some people are calling it like an agent builder. I think that's maybe one way you can think of it. We're using it on the team. I mean, we have a lawyer on the team. He's created this whole Opal where it just like checks for like documentation and sort of does like certification and other things. So sort of multi-step stuff. All right, here we are at sunset.
That's awesome.
Oh, and there's a catch log. You can see it's got fish, whales, and tires.
You want to go full screen for us so I can get like top right-hand corner.
Oklahoma is beautiful.
Hold on.
I was going to say, Oklahoma. That's why I need the
I
sunset
gotta get there.
Yeah, it's here. It's here. Okay, here we go. Full screen. I'm gonna hit space to cast. Come on, let's see if it works. Oh, it may not want to cast.
Hey,
right now.
that's the vibe coding though.
Okay, let's see.
Perfect. And
Okay, I'm gonna work on this a bit.
did you just press escape to get out of full screen? I just opened this bug this morning.
Oh no, it didn't work.
Because I escaped. It doesn't work.
Leave full screen. I went the other way.
I have to.
Okay, so
I'm sure I have a ping about
Someone
that.
has a ping about that. Josh, this is actually a great example of like as you build more sophisticated stuff. If folks saw, we launched anti-gravity today.
Yes.
And we're one of our next special guest, Varun Mohan, who leads the anti-gravity team, is here to also talk for a minute about anti-gravity, and we're going to vibe code something. But this, Varun, come join us. Sit down. Welcome. Congrats on launch.
Yeah.
I feel like vibes are good. People seem excited. I got a bunch of people are already pinging me. They're like, we need more quota for anti-gravity. And I was like,
CPUs are melting.
Please ping Varun. If you need quota for anti-gravity, ping Varun. He will make it happen for you. I cannot do anything to help. So,
laptop is lifting off. Like the video.
We need, Varun, do you want to give us a sort of TLDR for folks who maybe missed the sort of big picture of anti-gravity?
Yeah, so anti-gravity is our next generation from Google, next generation agentic development platform. The high level takeaway is Gemini 3 and the current cohort of amazing frontier models are able to go for much longer and able to do tasks that are much more complex than they were in the past. And we wanted to figure out what is the best possible form factor that we could develop to actually bring the value of the models out to as many developers as possible. So anti-gravity has all the familiar pieces of an IDE, but also comes with a couple new elements. The first is an agent-first view. So there's a way now for developers to actually entirely orchestrate many different agents without ever looking at the editor. And the idea here is it's the familiar workflow where you can actually go in and send off many tasks in parallel, actually, across many different workspaces you're operating on top of. Agents now can operate over many minutes. They can actually operate over tens of minutes. We have a lot of engineers here that use the product that actually go and grab a cup of coffee and then come back and wait for the agent to actually complete. But in the meantime, it actually provides these pieces of work back to prove that it actually did its job, called artifacts. And developers can actually interact with these artifacts almost like Google Docs. Like, I
love the artifacts. It's so cool.
Which is very, I guess, a familiar form factor, right? You can do it asynchronously. So the agent can actually go and do a lot of things. You can actually, while it's in the middle of it, just be like, hey, never mind. I really want you to do X, Y, and Z. And the agent knows when to actually stop, take the feedback, and actually continue processing from there. And then the final piece that I think is really valuable is developers don't only spend time writing code, right? They review code, test code, debug code, design code. And there are many form factors that they actually, and surfaces that they actually operate on top of to do software development. And anti-gravity can use the latest, greatest capabilities of the Gemini models to actually actuate the browser too. So it's actually able to go and test applications, UI test applications in the browser. It can go and do research in the browser, right? Maybe look at Google Docs and come back and actually go and write code based on that. So basically think about it as an agent can operate over many services, and the ID is just one example of the service that it can operate on top of.
Yeah, that's super exciting. And we're, I think like one of the paths from a user perspective that we're excited about is start vibe coding in AI Studio. You get something crazy like the Oklahoma sunset, and then actually take that code that you vibe coded and go into anti-gravity and continue to build with it as a professional developer. And Kat, we've been cooking on some of the designs and mocks of what this might look like. Varuna, we can get your reaction live. This is partially a joke, but we are serious about building this into AI Studio. Designs TBD. Amaar needs to make these look a little bit better, I'm sure. Maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Let's see.
We'll see what 3 has.
I haven't seen it, so I'm excited.
Let me zoom in on the prompt, so Logan, trust me. Here's a quick glimpse at the prompt. So I added a screenshot of AIS, gave quick context, said add the export to anti-gravity option. We can see here app builder within the AI Studio app builder.
This is meta.
Yeah, I have this new option to...
Can you zoom in on this?
Yeah.
Does it sparkle or anything when I hover over it? Or no, it should actually. I've got a great idea. When you hover over it, Varun, it sort of starts to anti-gravity. It goes away.
Just to pause for a second, the fact that the app that you build has access to Gemini API makes it so that you could do this again.
Yes, it's crazy.
You could actually type there, build me another app.
And then it's just nested.
Actually, we should pull up that example.
Yeah, we do. We have AI Studio in AI Studio.
That's crazy.
The version was built in AI Studio.
Okay, but let's see
what happens.
See what the export looks like. All right.
Can you zoom in a little bit too to make it nice and big? Because I can't see anything.
Yeah. Cool, so we can give quick, all right, this looks nice.
Ooh,
wow.
Ooh, teleporting to anti-gravity. Yeah.
So when's this available? This is insane.
Shipping this afternoon.
Let's go.
And she was looking at this being like, all right, that's about 6 months of work.
Ship it. But that is one of the very cool things about vibe coding in AI Studio is we do a lot of this, for better or for worse, where we will screenshot our UI, play around with ideas, prototype different experiences, and it helps us you might have an idea of what a feature looks like, and it's very cool to see how the model thinks about a feature and see what innovative ideas. I don't know if we would have thought about the teleporting anti-gravity piece.
No, I think you're hitting at the key thing here, which is the way we iterate on design and stuff is completely changing.
Yeah.
Everybody comes in with an idea, gets an amazing prototype, a back and forth, then Figma is updated later. It's really interesting to see the cadence change.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's happening across Google and our product. Yeah.
Definitely. And I mean, we have a lake full of fish. Do you want
I want to see.
Josh is on to the next thing.
No,
it's changing, but fish are here.
They're biting right now, actually. Cut to the screen. Basically what I did is, I'll zoom in here. When you press cast, it doesn't work. Fix this bug. I should have asked please. It's going to go out and fix it. Now let's go full screen. So here we are, space bar. Oh no, there it is. It's in the water, waiting for a bite. Come on, space. Oh, mash rapidly. I got a whale. I haven't had one.
First cast is a whale.
Oh, come on.
This is good.
This laptop may break. Okay, there may be a bug where it doesn't catch the whale.
No, this is exactly the kind of games that are supposed to anger you.
Okay, we're gonna have to let the whale go, which is a shame. Anyway, it works.
That's awesome. It worked. The takeaway is that actually worked as intended. That's awesome. Josh, you need to keep vibe coding this, but you also have to go to other meetings. So thank you for dropping by.
Thank you all, yeah.
But you do need to finish making this example because I'm excited. And I'll send you, I have a fishing example too, which I'll send you, which is pretty good.
Touche. Congrats on the launch.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
All right, take it easy. See you.
Bye. And Josh, send us the app. Tweet it when you're done.
Remix it.
Joining us next, special guest Clement, who is our engineering VP. So Clement, your team is now responsible for you can go. Your team is responsible for actually making sure that the vibe coded designs that we just did come to life. So Varun is going to be watching over your shoulder now in the office to make sure that we make that happen. But you also had a bunch of good ideas of things you wanted to vibe code. So you want to kick those off, get them cooking on this laptop, and then we can start showing some other examples.
Okay, great. What do I do? Do I just
you do your thing. Start cooking on whatever it is, and we'll have Amaar or Kat can show. I don't know if either of you.
I have an anti-gravity one actually.
You do? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Wow.
Yeah. So the thing I asked for was actually a collaborative whiteboard app, and I spun up one agent initially to make that. But then the magic of anti-gravity kind of hit me when I was able to spin up 4 more agents to do things.
Nice.
So one added fire emoji.
This is not AIS2. This is
anti-gravity. Yeah.
Can you zoom in a little bit just to sort of show.
Are we on that screen right now?
Yeah, we're on this top left screen.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
so you can see I've got the collaborative whiteboard. I added multiplayer sync, a countdown widget. So it basically did all these things.
This is sick.
And then it popped it open for me, and you can see I've got the whiteboard here, but let's see if it actually works multiplayer. So
who are you going to send it to?
I'm just
you're just going to go
2 taps together, and you can see my
Wow,
that's sick.
one has shown up, which is pretty awesome. And then let's play something.
Wow.
Oh, hello. Okay. Yeah, and I can even do the timer.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Just build Figma.
That's wild. That is wild.
And that was just 4 agents working together. I think the cool thing is it felt like there was like this team of agents just making this app for me, and the app was getting all these features while the browser was open. I was just seeing the widget pop up.
That actually is cool. This is one of my favorite features. Like I'm just sort of seeing the agent dispatch work and test everything, and the sort of the plan is going. So I love this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Isn't that fire?
Whoa.
Did it add that feature, or did you have to ask for that?
I asked for that. Yeah, well, that's weird.
Click something and it makes a fire emoji?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's incredible how good Gemini 3 is at building these kind of complex web apps.
Yeah.
It's actually remarkable. It changed a lot of my perspective on like how good these ephemeral apps can actually be.
Yeah. I feel like they're becoming more, like it is interesting. It feels like they're becoming more and more actual products out of the box versus ephemeral apps. And then I think this whole, and we had on this before, but this like sharing and deploying piece of it, I think becomes more important, is like I've actually built something cool and I want to get it in front of the world and like let everyone play my Oklahoma fishing game or whatever it is. So yeah, it is awesome.
Well, how far do you think we are from the next $1 billion business being built on AI Studio?
That's the dream. That's a good question. AI Studio in AI Studio is maybe the closest thing. But
Might be Josh's fish game.
Josh's fish game could go viral after this. I don't know. That's a good question. But it is, I mean, it's cool to see the both, and I think, I forgot who was saying this before, but it is cool to see like the net new products being built, but it is also, I really do feel that like accelerating our own product development. And we see this inside of Google. Like there's a bunch of, Clement, this has been your dream for a long time, which is like all of these teams across GDM doing like really interesting cutting edge product and research and stuff, letting them build their examples inside of AI Studio. And like, I don't know, we haven't talked about this story a ton, but like a bunch of the Genie 3 testing was like in AI Studio, and they're actually like using and bringing that experience to life. So it's super cool.
Yeah, when we started this, we had this obsession that in the long run, the quality of the technology of Gemini would be so good that eventually all VPs, all product people across Google would actually end up building their entire products in AI Studio and end up with some kind of export button where you literally ship out this thing into a full-fledged product.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think we're getting pretty close to that now.
Yeah.
With 2.5 Pro, we were still struggling with quality. There was a lot of like miss rate. now I'm sort of blown away. Like there's so many things you get done in one shot.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't quite work right away, second shot, you get it mostly right.
Maybe for Josh's game, the third shot.
Sometimes you need 3 shots. Okay, fine.
Still can't catch the wave.
What did you kick something off?
Okay, yeah, I did kick off a few of them. So number one is I've generally been obsessed with trying to come up with cool applications for my kids. I think AI Studio is such a fantastic playground for kids to learn about literally anything.
Yeah.
I have this sort of dream that instead of, my kids, instead of interacting with sort of like frozen apps, they're going to end up showing on AI Studio and build sort of like dynamic apps based on what they want to learn.
Yeah.
This one is one shot generated app to learn about chess. My kid is sort of like trying to play chess now. He's very obsessed with it. I think with something like that, you can literally. He's getting good. He's just starting. He just turned 5.
I don't know.
It just turned 5. I'm showing him videos of Demis. I think the bar is pretty high. But he loves it. And frankly, it's like you go on the web. With this, you can do everything dynamically. I think it's pretty awesome. And honestly, it works all the time. Like you generate these things. My dream is that he ends up generating these apps for himself and just keeps going. Which would be really cool.
Can you zoom in on the is this game functional right now in
I think
game?
he can actually maybe this one is not actually.
We gotta keep iterating on this. I want to learn to be I gotta beat your son
make
at
it-
chess.
I think you're in the tutorial section still.
Make the
teaches you about the pieces.
interactive and actually playable. Okay, we will try that.
And Clement, we're getting pinged by our producers. You gotta fix your posture. We need this live. We need the live posture app.
Need that up.
We need that app. Kat, Amaar, either of you have something while Clement keeps cooking on?
Clement set me up perfectly for this one, which is this cool globe example that I've been playing around with as a classic one-shot example. In this case, hit an error, agent auto-fixed it, and now it's back up and running. So one, I think this is just so cool to see the globe that Gemini 3 creates out of the box. And then 2, I added the maps grounding functionality. So in theory, if I click here, I can get tips on the area I'm visiting from maps grounding.
Nice.
So I think 1, it's just a very cool showcase of how good Gemini is at 3D modeling. And then 2, how fun is this? I just get all my travel details and can explore the world in a really unique way. And I think this is an example of, it's very cool to have a complex 3D app that also integrates AI results.
She just dropped it in the middle of the ocean. It's gonna be
I'm
like,
wondering what
do
they're
not
up to.
do not go to the North Pole.
We don't know that.
It's quite
There's a fisherman in
dangerous.
Oklahoma right
Well,
now.
let's see.
There is, yeah, that is.
The IT region is not home to traditional cities or landmarks.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that is
Awesome.
crazy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What was the prompt to do this again? Can we zoom in?
Yeah, one line. Make me an app where on one side I see the world globe, and then when I select a
insane.
location,
This-
give me travel destinations and what I can do.
I'm doing as kind of a bit like asking to see the prompts, but also like because I truly think that I talk to a lot of people who assume that you need to be some like prompt aficionado or something, and I feel like you look at all the prompts of like what we've been doing to bring these experiences to life, and they're like the most basic human English, like normal things that you could imagine, and I feel like it works, like it brings the things to life. So I love that example. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chess game working.
My second shot.
Second
it
shot?
actually works.
It works. Nice. Let's see it. I'm excited. Yeah. What?
Okay, yeah,
Do it one
I
more time.
can actually sort of read the instruction, grab the piece and actually move. Oh, I can do it only once. All right, next lesson. Grab the bishop, it tells me where I can go, and then I can go there.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
All right, that's
You
pretty
got,
cool.
can you fix the UI thing where it expands the little?
Man,
Do you see that?
a lot
The
of-
feature request.
Sorry.
That's
Here.
for Amaar.
Great time for annotate mode.
Day to day.
Bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, bottom left-hand corner. You can highlight it and say, "Hey, it's super weird when it does that thing." Annotate mode. It works. It works like a charm.
Yeah.
Kat, do you have anything else? Amaar, anything else?
This is a cool app that's in our gallery that has a few preset images, but also allows you to type in any prompts, and it has a finite number of blocks for each thing it creates. So then you can break, and Gemini will reform them into a shape. So some of the built-in ones we have are cat, and so it'll use the existing blocks.
Oh my
so
God,
you
that's
can
crazy.
break
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah, I think this is a very cool 3D builder example. But then, while you all saw this a little bit already, but I just uploaded an image of a celestial tree and asked it to add it as an option here. So obviously it can only do so much with the brown and green blocks that I gave it in the pink tree, but we can see it added it as an option here, and now the blocks will build into tree.
I feel like the constraint of the limited number of blocks is really interesting because I've seen the
cool, yeah.
I've seen the voxel ones where it's like it's rebuilding the entire world or something with voxel art, which is always wild. But I feel like this one it shows how creative the model is to like repurpose the specific colors and the blocks that it has.
The real test is pelican on a bicycle.
Can we get a pelican on a bicycle added to the voxel art? And we'll see how good it is. Simon Williamson is sitting watching somewhere. It's the happiest guy ever because the pelican SVG thing is so popular.
Yeah, I'll run this and we can come back in a few.
You want to show VO?
Yeah, I think VO cameos. So I asked for an app where I could use VO 3.1, the preview, and essentially add a reference to video app so you can upload a photo of yourself and then place yourself in any sort of setting. So you can see Elisa, one of our PMs, is here sipping some tea. You are vibe coding on a mountain over there.
I wish I was vibe coding.
Yeah.
Vibe coding in Mountain View. It's almost
there you go. There you go. Kat is exploring like a temple. And then let's just do Harrison as well. I know Harrison who's helped us so much with all of the
making the live stream and everything possible.
I love that we all have each other's
let's
headshots.
Let's have him DJing.
For what it's worth, I do not have your headshot, Kat, or yours, Amaar, on my laptop. So I don't. I do have Jeff Dean's though. I use Jeff's because it feels a little bit abstracted away. It doesn't sound weird because you guys are not too personal, exactly. And you're hitting your rate limit.
I'm hitting my rate limit.
You have to select your paid API.
I think I can change my key. Yeah,
that's what it is.
That. And then let's.
This is it is worth noting actually for folks that most of the AI Studio experience is free. You can try the models, you can do all the stuff, you can vibe code with our latest models. Some of the models, like a bunch of the Gen Media models, do require a paid API key. VO 3.1 is actually one of those models. So if you want to use VO 3.1, get your paid API key. Otherwise, you will hit that same error that Amaar just hit.
Yeah. I think this one's working.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
While it generates, because the VO requests take 30 to 40 seconds. Clement, do you want to show, you have another example?
I ended up doing something else,
let's see it.
Pivot it.
So I think something that's so cool about AI Studio in general is that we've always tried to bias the app generation to actually use the Gemini API.
Yeah.
And it lets you build these apps that are actually smart, right? So the thing that I just try to do is to ask it to generate an app that explains AI in layman terms. Again, I'm pretty obsessed with this idea of like using this as an education tool.
Yeah.
And looks up the web for information. So it just generated a full-blown sort of search UI for me that's sort of like, very focused on AI and making things simple to understand. And then I just asked it, what is a transformer? And it gives me this sort of layman analogy. Imagine you're in a lively group discussion where everyone is talking. All the AI models were like a listener who could only focus on one person at a time, blah, 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 So anyway, I think you can generate very custom apps like that for your own sort of like problem space, and it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I feel like this Bring Anything to Life is it comes to life. It comes to life in this educational context, which is really interesting. I feel like there's so many things that are like not interesting to learn about or like see in real life, and then you can put them in, build in an interactive visual experience. Like one of the ones that hit me was I don't know if you saw before, we were doing the floor plan for the home and bring it to life, and then really visual. But there's another one like that, which was, I forgot who it was, but we built one with a receipt, and you sort of just put in like a boring, like just a random receipt, and it like builds this entire visual experience around the receipt, which, not that I need to spend more time doing expenses, but it was cool to see as an example. But Amaar, we have videos of Harrison doing random stuff now from VO3.
All sorts of things in this. Now he's at a rock concert, you can see.
Oh, wow.
Natural, honestly. Wow. Huge crowd and sellout over there. And then he's floating in zero gravity space here. So that's great. Look at him just waving in the space station. Thank you so much, Harrison.
I don't know if they let you wear that kind of clothes in space.
He's just defying all. I mean, this concert, though.
That concert looks legit.
Yeah. Interesting cuffs over there, but yeah.
This has been a ton of fun. Any other last demos? Otherwise, I feel like we've been going for an hour. Everyone is burning through their quota. So we're hitting the end of our experience. We can use our API keys to upgrade if we want to keep going. But any other demos from anyone top of mind? Any other last comments? Otherwise, this was awesome. Thank you all for joining. Thanks for all the special guests who came. Thank you all for watching and hanging out and doing this. If you have questions, feedback, any of that stuff, please send it to us. If you need anti-gravity quota, ping Varun and us. If you have Gemini app feedback, ping Josh. If you have model feedback, ping Tulsee and us. If you need things in AI Studio, ping any of us. We'll make it happen. Enjoy vibe coding with Gemini 3. Yeah. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next live stream.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks a lot.
Bye. Now we cut to the top cam. Perfect. Look at that.